Hey everybody, it's Yaricel, the multipreneur, and we are having some technical difficulties today. I don't know what's going on, but let's see if we can get things going on with the Instagram crew. Something's happening with Facebook today, y'all. So I am not sure what the deal is, but we got to get this show on the road. We got to keep the party going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just post this later to those of you who are on Facebook. I'm so sorry that you didn't have an opportunity to join me live today, but it's okay. If you are on YouTube, hop on over from Facebook to YouTube so that we can interact. Let's get the show on the road because this is a huge one. And everybody has been asking this question, Yaricel, should I invest or should I pay off my debt? What should I do? I'm not sure what to do. And so I'm here to talk about it today. And I want you guys to know that there are no right or wrong answers. And so I don't know, let's dive into it. Let's get it going on. So how do we start off Money Monday, y'all? We start off Money Monday the same all the time. We started off with scripture, and I have a couple of them for you, and I think that you're going to like these. The first one, James 1:5. Now, this is a little long, and I love this version. If you don't know what you're doing, pray to the Father. He loves to help. Don't you love that? You'll get his help and won't be condescended to when you ask for help. I love that about the Father. Ask boldly, believing without a second thought. People who worry their prayers are like wind with waves. Don't think you're going to get anything from the master that way. Adrift at sea, keeping all your options open. So basically that's saying when you ask, you believe that God is going to do it. And not only when you ask with confidence, with no doubt that he is going to provide. I love that. I have another verse for y'all today. Proverbs 3:5-6. It tells us to trust in the Lord with all our heart and do not lean to our own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him. Not some of them, but in every way. And he will make straight your paths. I love that. And that is really a key thing to this whole thing today. Trusting in God with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. In all, A-L-L, everything. The next one, Proverbs 2:11-12. And it says, this is the NLT version. Wise choices will watch over you. Understanding will keep you safe. Wisdom will keep you safe from all evil, from those whose words are twisted. So do we pay off the debt or do we invest? So if you are a regular on this channel, we've talked about debt and we've talked about investing. We actually talk about debt and investing all of the time, right? So you've heard me say Romans 13:8, let no debt remain outstanding except the continuing debt to love one another. For whoever loves others has fulfilled the law. Because we know that debt is not a good thing. Not only is it not a good thing biblically, but that burden, it's like a heavy burden that we carry on our backs when we're carrying debt. And so the other thing you also heard me say, Proverbs 21:20, the wise store up choice food and olive, but the fools gulp theirs down. So we have to plan and save and invest and diversify and make sure that we're going to be okay later. All of those things. So really what I want you to do is I want you to really think of 5 things. Ask yourself these 5 things. And it will help you to come up with the best option for you. Nothing financial is cookie cutter. Some things, of course, are kind of standard across the board. So like, we know that we need good credit. You know what I mean? We know that we need certain things like that. They're kind of standard across the board. But making money decisions is truly a personal thing. And you have to look at your own individual situation in order to make a decision about what is going to be the best for you. But I want to help you. So I'm giving you 5 things and a bonus thing to help you to come to the answer that you really are looking for. And the first one, I want you to ask yourself, what are my financial goals? So let me just tell you. So that was really far away. If you have my journal From Red to Black, weekly financial journal, you already know what I'm going to say. One of the things that we do each week in the journal is we write down money goals. And we write down our money goals and we write them down each week because we want to know what it is that we're doing. We want to know where our money is going to be going. We want to know what the plan is for the week, you know? And then in the back, there are more tools, and we actually talk about the long-term goals that we have. And so it's really important for you to know what your financial goals are. This is going to help you to determine which one of these options is the best for you. Okay. The next thing too that I want you to think about, how old am I? What's my age? Am I in my 20s? Am I 30s? What am I? So we talked before, I gave you money tips depending upon your age group, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and up. If you're in the 40s and you have no retirement, you might need to consider, I know I have this debt, but I got to figure out a way to start to invest. You know, if you're in your 20s, you don't want to miss out on the power of compound interest, because your dollar in 20 years is going to be worth like $100. You see what I'm saying? So how old are you? That's going to help you to determine which one of these is the best thing for you. Ask yourself that. Am I young enough? Do I not want to miss out on the power of compound interest? Am I older? I can't wait around? You have to ask yourself those kinds of questions. The third thing is, do you have your money in the right places? What do you mean by that, RSL? What I'm talking about is, do you have savings? You have an emergency fund set up. This day and time, $1,000 emergency fund may not be enough. You might need $1,500 to $3,000 in an emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of your income stored up if you have children. Do you have your money in the right places already? This is huge. And so you need to take a look at all the money, where it's going right now. And I have a really, really good tool to help you. And if you do want to get that tool, just email me at iamthemultipreneur@gmail.com and I'll send it to you. No problem. Easy. The fourth thing I want you to do is you want to ask yourself, do I have credit card debt? Why am I asking you this question? Because to me, if you have credit card debt, I say get rid of the credit card debt. Credit card debt is definitely, now here's the thing. I'm not telling you not to use your credit card or even keep a credit card, because truth be told, some of you have credit cards that are really, really old. They help your credit score because you have a long history of paying something. So don't get rid of that. Don't get rid of the long history of paying something. It helps your credit score. However, what I am telling you is that if you're carrying credit card debt from month to month to month, you're getting whooped in paying interest. And I am not a fan of paying interest to anything. I am not a fan of you having to pay, $10,000 for what should have cost you $5,000, for example. So I say get rid of the credit card debt. And if you have discipline, you know yourself. I don't know you like that. You know yourself. If you have discipline, you can swipe the credit card. So I know some people, they use their credit card for like they get points for different things. If you have discipline, then you can swipe, because we know that you're going to pay off your credit card before the end of the month, before the interest charges hit your credit card. If you don't know when the interest charges hit your credit card, call your credit card company and say, hey, I don't understand this statement. And you don't care who, just call them. You know why? Because the person on the other end, they don't know you. Just say, when do I need to pay this credit card off each month so that I don't have to get any interest charges? Just ask. And so don't carry credit card debt from month to month to month. If you're not a disciplined type person, you know your spending habits, you know you. You don't need to be swiping a credit card. Period, point blank. Get out of that debt. Get out of the credit card debt. I will say that. The next thing I want you to ask yourself is, do I have car loan debt? And let me tell you why this is also, it's kind of similar to the credit card debt, the interest that you're going to pay. I am not a candidate of paying a lot of interest, not a fan. So what I'm saying is, if you're younger and you're going to buy a car, get you a nice used car that's reliable, get you from point A to point B. Don't spend a whole lot of money on a car. Now, if you're older and you're like, look here, I'm older, I don't have all that debt, I want to drive a nice car, I deserve it, I'm in my 40s, I've been waiting for this opportunity, that's fine. You can buy the car, but don't overpay interest to the bank. So let's say you buy this car, right? Can you pay it off in a year? So let's say you got a car note, right? Can you look at that car note and say, let's say I don't have a large lump sum of cash to pay cash for a car. A lot of people don't have it, right? In 12 months, can I pay this car off like as if I had the cash? So that's what you want to do. You want to, if you have the money, great, pay cash. If you don't have the money and you have to finance, treat it like as if you had the cash, get the car paid off in a year. You understand what I'm saying? But if you look at the amount of money that you're going to pay financing a car for like 5 or 6 years, wow, it's so much money. And if you want help with going over the numbers, because I know how that can be, sometimes numbers are overwhelming and confusing, I got you. And just contact me and we can go over those kinds of things. So here's your bonus thing. Should I invest or should I pay off the debt? Should I invest or should I pay off the debt? Did you ask God? And I'm not talking about, I'm gonna Google it. I'm talking about really sitting down, listening to the Holy Spirit, getting wisdom, getting guidance, and asking God to give you direction on what it is that you should do. It is definitely not, like I said, a cookie cutter type thing when it comes to answering this type of question. Why is it not a cookie cutter type thing? Because everybody's situation is different. And if you're a person who you're not really, really good with the numbers, you definitely want to be in a position to where you can get some help and some advice and some wisdom to help you talk through that thing. Okay. So I hope this helps you as you begin to make the decision about what it is that you want to do. I'm sorry if you didn't get a chance to watch this live today, technical difficulties, but it's all good. We got it done. Visit my site at IamTheMultipreneur.com. You can get your journal there. You can connect with me there. You can learn a little bit more about me and who I am. Instagrammers, follow me on Instagram. Yes, I love Instagram. Do you love Instagram? Those of you who are on YouTube and you're watching this, if you like what you heard today, hit the like button, hit subscribe. I would love to be with you each and every week. And hey, are you on TikTok? Follow your girl on TikTok. I am at Yaracel. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.